And hey there folks, this is Omega here, and welcome back to some more DC Universe Online. So, what I have today is I am actually going to go into train station here, and take on, I think, Wonder Girl, help out Gigantress with a little bit of something, but before I go in, you actually have to, not have to, but there is actually a mission right here. I just recently talked to him before I actually started the video here, so if you want a little bit of EXP, go ahead and talk to him, and then let's actually head in there right now. And once we get in here, let's see if we have, yep, we do have a, as you see there, a little mission there too, so let's wait up right here until he spawns here. Okay, there you go.
The Amazons have orbs of truth to give them strength.
Okay, so this one is pretty easy to do. I mean, there's just a lot of enemies you gotta take on, but it shouldn't be too bad. But I do have, you know, a few little things that I want to talk about today, and it's all about DC Universe. So this time is not going to be some, you know, about the PS4 or something like that. So this is all DC Universe Online stuff. We do have a, at least on the US servers here, we have a sale for a few things, like mostly stuff in the store. So anything that to do with, let's say, you know, let's actually head to the store here real quick. Actually, let's go to the style. Let's go here. What they were called again? Replay badges. Anything to do with replay badges, and I think anything in that the store that you can look up. I should probably do that now. If you go to the marketplace here, everything should be about 50% off. Let's see this, if this loads up. If it doesn't, there we go. Most of everything should be 50% off. Looks like I don't know what it was, but I remember it says, even when you log in, it actually says, you know, DLC and stuff are 50% off. So I think I read it was also stuff in the store too, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Maybe just few little things, not everything. So anyways, like I said, there are, if you do not have any of the DLCs, they are all pretty much 50% off, except for the newest one, Origins Crisis, which sucks. But, you know, I guess because it's still new, they don't really want people to buy it at a certain percent off. But, I mean, they should have just done it anyways. That would have been pretty cool to have it at 50% off. It'll give people more, you know, incentives to actually buy the DLC instead of just wait for it. But anyways, yep, everything from, you know, the fight for light or whatever it's called, up to the home turf, or all that is 50% off. So about $4.99. So it's a pretty good price. I just bought home turf. I don't have that one, so luckily I bought that one, and I didn't have the Origins Crisis, which I needed anyway. So I decided to buy that one, and like I said, it's about $9 for Origin Crisis, and about $4.99 for everything else. So, anyways, so I don't know how long will that last. Usually, it's about, you know, until the next PlayStation Network update. So next Tuesday, that's usually how it is. No guarantees for that. So if you're saving up to buy some things, you have until next week. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure on that, but most of the time it's usually, you know, updated on the next week. So, but like I said, if you don't have any of the DLC, go ahead and pick it up. You know, all of them are $4.99 except for the Origins Crisis. But you know, like I said, it's a great price. I mean, you might as well do it now. And like I said, it's only for the US PlayStation PS3 server. So I don't know if they're going to have one for the Europe servers too. That I think, because don't update till tomorrow, so I would definitely wait for tomorrow and see if they say anything like that. I don't know if it's handled by a different group or whatnot. So it would suck if you guys don't get it, but you know, that's what you got to live with, I guess. You know, some places get certain things off while some places don't. So that sucks, but I wish, you know, hopefully this next generation we have a unified, you know, Hopefully we do. It's a unified way of, you know, them giving us products or, you know, products coming out, but, you know, whatever. So yeah, US servers only as of right now. I don't know if it's on the PC servers or not. I know they had one during the Steam sale, so that's probably already done. So, or that is done, and I'm pretty sure that was during that time. So this mission kind of takes a little while, dude. Like I said, there's a lot of enemies around and whatnot, so we have a lot of things we have to do, and a lot of little small, you know, fights we have to do. But right here will be the last thing we do, and that will give us our, you know, mission here, and it'll be done, and we'll just advance right now. So actually, I'm gonna go press start here and check these off, so I'll get some EXP for it. Okay, okay. Actually, got a few things here, so I want to check first. Like some rings. Nope, I don't need any of those rings. And I'll take those feats, and I'll just equip that just because I need it for the style. So, anyways, one little thing left we have to talk about is game update 28 is coming out tomorrow. So if you guys have things you got to do right now, I say get it all done. And you know, just because from what I can read from their update on the forums here, it's about 5 hours long. So usually they do it early in the morning, so you don't have to worry too much about that. You know, with people going out for work and whatnot. But anybody that, you know, has a day off, or you know, kids on the summer and whatnot, if you want to, I would definitely get things done before, you know, heading, you know, wait for tomorrow. Oh my gosh. So, but yeah, like I said, update tomorrow. I don't know. It says 6 a.m. Pacific time, so, you know, calculate that into your, you know, your area. So it's pretty early in the morning. Usually, you know, like I said, it's early in the morning when people are at work and whatnot, and that wouldn't bother too much people. So that's the coolest part about the DC Universe stuff, is a lot of the updates are usually early in the morning. So who's ever at work and whatnot, you know, they don't really have to worry too much about it. But there are a lot of things in that update. And why am I not healing? That was probably not a great idea for me to go into that little mess of enemies there. But there's a lot of things that we have to do. I have to talk about for Game Day Update 28. Fortunately, I don't have my laptop here. Usually, it'll be easier with my laptop. Like I said, I'm doing this off of my PS Vita, so I won't be reading the whole thing because I can't get the screen big enough to fit all of it. If it, you know, enlarges too, or it zooms back too far, I can't see it well. So the first thing on the list is the Tides of War. If you haven't done it yet, it'll be too late anyways to get all the armor and stuff. It is leaving, so if you haven't done it, you missed out on that. Unfortunately, I missed out on that. I haven't done any of that stuff yet, but like I said, it'll come back around next year. So if you can hold out for next year, you know, it'll be back. So not eventually, it will be back. It's part of the, you know, it was a spring event, or summer event. But like I said, if you're leaving, if you know, you don't have all that done, if you're close to having that done, you know, get it done now, because it is done pretty much. When this video goes out, you won't have much time left, or barely. You probably just do it once and you're done. And I don't know if you respawn badges or replay badges, you know, work for it. But if, you know, like I said, if you miss out on it, you know, you have to wait until next year. Another thing is they're going to have T5 socket rings. So like anything, it'll be level 80 rings. Boom. And they're going to be red sockets for precision and bonus. Tanks rings will get blue and dominance. Healer rings will get yellow sockets. So they're just going to give us rings, higher tier rings for our characters. So level 80 stuff, and they're going to have sockets. Anyways, for this fight here, you actually have to go and, you know, hit these crystals here. you got to get hit all 20 of them. So, you know, don't be bothered with Wonder Girl there, and just go around and hit all these crystals, or not all of them. You don't have to hit all of them. Just hit 20 of them. So they should be done in a second here. There we go. So we're gonna have Wonder. We're gonna be fighting Wonder Girl here, and a Giganta is gonna be helping us. So that's the coolest part. Okay, so what else? They're gonna put in 2v2 Legends, lair battles. So that's pretty cool. What else? Ooh. Throw a few more stuff here. I'm gonna try to fight this while looking at this. So if I die, whoops. They're gonna change some target. They're gonna do target improvements. So small little things like, you know, changing the targeting system to make it probably more fluid, more in tune with the game, which I swear they did it last update, but maybe I read that wrong and they were just preparing to do that one. So I'm dying. Okay, there you go. Anyways, I beat her, and that's a good thing. So that just means I could talk more about my update 28. Combat vulnerability and tuning and improvements. Players will now notice persistent icons for 3 weapon and vulnerability states: vulnerability to block, vulnerability to interrupt, and vulnerability to block break. These 3 weapon vulnerability states are now messaged with the same familiar icon that appears when they're attacked. Those attack apply a counter. So I'm pretty sure that all it is just gives you more icons under the you know, your name and whatnot. So movement tree ability improvements. They're going to change the movement tree so you don't have to like I said, actually I'm going to skip this here and I'll show you what I saw from what they did. I don't know if it's what they're doing, but I swear I remember seeing it. But if you go to the traits here, you go to skills, and then you go to flight or whatever, you know, your movement ability is. They actually changed the whole thing where your supersonic is going to be just the first one on there, and then everything goes down from there, just like the weapon tree. So you don't mix these up and, you know, accidentally go to super attack instead of supersonic. So that's pretty cool. You can just go and rework the you know, movement skill tree. So speed force, rupture, move. There's not much to talk about that. They're just going to change them to different areas now. It looks like you can. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Vote to disband iteration. Nothing. There's a lot of stuff. They're probably just gonna be talking about how they're gonna fix that, so you don't kick people out too much. Just because there's some people who actually just keep on kicking until they get the perfect group. So, and I'm missing one. Wow. Anyways, I'll look for that. What else do we have? Link. What is this? Link death. Oh, so what happens now is, actually I'm going to break all these barrels here. Free barrels, so you can break them. They're all placed around the corner here, so all the corners in the room, so you can just break them. Now you have the ability to, you know, join places where you kind of left off because, you know, you got disconnected or whatnot. So, you know, because you left, you know, usually because, actually I'll just read it. It's easier that way. Link death is a feature that allows players a small grace period to log back into the game when they are incorrectly disconnected. This will give players a chance to return to their group and get back to the action more quickly. Once your character is link dead, you must log into the character before you are allowed to switch to another character. So from the looks of it, if you get disconnected from, you know, fighting different enemies, or you pretend you're in an alert and you guys are fighting enemies and somehow you get disconnected, quickly log back on and I guess you'll pop into that alert or you pop into the party you were on before, so you know, they don't have to go out and look for members and whatnot, or they don't have to, you know, re-invite you again. So that's pretty cool. And then there's just a little bit of, those are the big main, updates. There are small little updates, here and there, like combat, FX items, legends, PvP missions, and stuff. So just small little fixes that they could tweak in and out. They do that every game day update, so they're just small stuff. But if you want to read it, go ahead and head on to the DCUniverseOnline.com forums. So you go to the forums and then you just hit. Actually, you see it on the top. It says forums, and then you go to the announcements and all that, and they should have, it says server down for 24 hours or something like that, and it says game day up to 28. So, so if you guys want to check out more of all the stuff, and if you guys want to read it and get more of info on the stuff that I just went through, go ahead and head there. And if you guys have it on Facebook, they actually post that on Facebook, not the whole thing, but a link to that. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see everybody next time on DC Universe.